So we are discussing about history object. So history object, as I given already, it provides properties and methods that are used to access and control browser current browsing history. Current browsing history. Control the current browsing history. Actually, history object has some methods. It provides various methods, properties and methods. So we have like, so already given above the methods, I will just give a one is length, back, forward, go, go to actually like this. So it provides different properties and methods, but actually these properties and methods are not suitable now currently advanced browsers. Only few options are suitable because actually these browsers are tab based browsers. Currently we use tabs in browsers. In that they will not allow to handle all the options. Actually, for example, see what is this is suppose we are having a page. So I am opening some browser. Here we have class demo, so many pages are there. I will open one location. Okay, this is one page. I am opening another page. Another page is suppose home.html. It opens home. Any another page we are having demo. We have another page called demo.html. It opens like this. So generally you see some websites, what they do, they say that you can visit 3 or 4 pages for free. After fourth page, you have to register. How they know that you visited 3 pages? And that means they say that any 3 pages you can watch for free. After that, you need to register, right? How you know that you already visited 3, 4 pages? By accessing your browser history, they can try. They can know that. Browser history means you cannot access complete history. You can access current history. Current means after opening browser, how many pages you watch. Those details we can access. So here you can see now, suppose I'm creating one page by name history.html. Here we will write a condition. Condition is nothing but I will put a condition. So script, we have a function, just condition if history dot length is greater than 3. That means if it is more than 3, then what it should do? it should navigate to register page. That means I will put some alert. In the alert, I will say that please register for more. Here you can visit max 3 pages for free /n. Please register for more. And it should automatically go to registration page. Suppose there is a registration page in our website. We have a in public, I think form is there na. So what we have to do, location.href, where to navigate /public/, suppose we have a page called form demo dot what html. Otherwise, we will put some message. We'll put a message document dot write. So you welcome to our site. You can watch 3 free pages, something like this we give. That is the message. Now what happens? Suppose you see now already we will close this browser and first we will launch this page. That means history page. It says that welcome to our site. You can watch 3 pages free. I will use first page. What is it? Home.html. I will use another page. Location.html. I will use another page. Demo.html. After that, I will come to this page. What is it? History. But already I visited 3 pages now. Then history, it will put an alert. It says that you can visit maximum only 3. And you are trying to watch more than 3, then it says please register. So then okay, it will go back to this register. If you have a good registration form, that's good. So history length is to verify how many pages you already visited. It can show the pages and based on that we can control. Actually, we have another option. For example, you see this is back button. You can have a back button here itself. Suppose this is a form demo. In form demo, I can put one button and on this button on click, we can use history dot back. What is the purpose of that back button is I will use the button text as back. So when I click back, it will go back to the previous page. Previous page means in the history, if there is any previous page, it will take to that page and it will show that page. We can come forward, we can go back, we can know the length of history. Actually, few years back, we can disable back, but now it will not work. Disable back means back will not work, but now it is not there. So earlier, browsers don't have tab, they have window. Then what you can do? You can disable back. Even if user tries to click back, it will not go back. But now we don't have that facility. Just we need to understand few logic. What is forward to the next page? Go means any specific page. You can give page name like home.html. What it will do? It will go to that page. So what is the purpose here? So length returns the total count of pages in browsing history. Browsing history. Back moves to previous. history. Forward moves to next page in history. Go to moves to specific page in history. Right. So one small example is this. Syntax I will give first here. Button on click, we can just use history.back. Right. So example, I will copy this rough example. This all comes under browser objects. Huh? This all comes under the browser objects. So, so what are the browser objects available? Summary, we have window. So location, navigator, document, another one, history. These all comes under browser objects. Okay. Next, after understanding the events and browser objects, in JavaScript, we need to understand one more concept, state management. JavaScript state management. So what is state management? What is the purpose of this is actually our web applications use HTTP as protocol. HTTP is a stateless protocol. Stateless protocol means it cannot remember information between pages. That means usually what happens, suppose we are having, suppose this is server. So we have page one and yeah, this is page one and we have some page two. Okay. Now generally what happens, you requested page one, then this page one is loaded into server. You open page one, then page one loaded into server. For page one, it will allocate some memory. It will allocate some memory to page one. Now in this memory, Some values are stored, some actions are performed. It will do so many things. After that, you are navigating from page 1 to page 2. You are moving from one page to another. When you are moving from page 1 to page 2, when you requested page 2, page 1 is removed from server and its memory is also removed from server. It is deleted. Now page 2 is loaded and page 2 don't know what happened in page 1 because the memory of page 1 is no longer available on server. Page 2 memory separate. That means page 2 don't know what happened in page 1. So this is stateless. That means stateless nature is good. Why it is good for server? Because server don't need to remember information and memory is well managed. That means you finish the transaction, memory deleted. That means server will not take burden. Server performance will be good, but it is difficult to user. Why it is difficult to user? Because user is moving from one page to another and second page don't know the first page contents. Suppose you logged in page 1 and you go to page 2. In page 2 it will ask again login. But my login in page 1 should continue to page 2. I must continue from page 1 to page 2. That means in every page I should not log in. I should continue. That means in first page what happened, it should be remembered in other. How it is possible? By using state management. So why you need state management? What is the concept of state management? Let's see. So first important is web uses HTTP as protocol. HTTP is a stateless protocol. HTTP is a stateless protocol. It uses the mechanism go, get, forget. It uses the mechanism go, get, forget. Go is nothing but establish connection with server. Get response from server. Clean up all details from server. So stateless nature is good. Stateless nature is good for server as it manages memory and improves performance. But it is difficult to remember information between requests, or you can say pages. Hence, state management techniques are required to transport data from one request to another. In interviews, people may ask this in several ways, like what is state management, like how we can transport data from one page to another. From one request to another. So what are the state management? Actually, state can be managed both server side or client side. Server side, you can learn in Node, Express.js, state. Client side, state is configured using following techniques. We have query string, we have local storage, session storage, local storage, cookies. These are all different techniques. Query string, session storage, local storage, cookies, these are all different. Query string already we learned. Already we discussed in the input concept. So there we are transporting data from one page to another. For example, C. So what is the requirement is, suppose we will create a separate folder. State is the folder. In state folder, we have two pages, login.html, dashboard.html. We have two pages. This is a login page. I will keep here a heading is login. And this is dashboard page. Dashboard. That means user will log in and he will go to dashboard. Dashboard means his own screen, what he used later, means previously everything. So when user goes to log into dashboard, so I need to carry his username. Who logged in? His name must be carried from login to dash. We need to transport data from one place to another. Let's see how. Here we will create a form. In that we will put here a label. So label is just some username. So we will put username, and here we have a simple div input type text, and I this name is username, and we have a button. Button is like login. We just created one login button. So we will open the login, and you can see this is the login we are having. I will just keep this beside only. Okay, so when user enters the username and the login, it should go to dashboard. In the dashboard, we should show who logged in. That means who logged in. We need to transport the data. So what we do, form can submit data to any page by using action. Already in HTML, we learned form method, form action. Form action, it should submit to which location? Dashboard. That means you type something and you click on login. It will automatically take us to the dashboard. It will take us to the dashboard. So when it goes to the dashboard, it will go to the dashboard. So I entered something. So I click on login. It should get me to dashboard. Now what you should do in the dashboard, we have to collect his name and show who logged in. I want to display the name. How to collect the query string in dashboard and display. So you see data is transported here now. Data is transported here. Here it comes now. Data comes here. So this is coming from previous page. We have to collect and use in this page. We have to collect and use in this page. So how to do? Already we learned how to collect query string. Now we have to display in dashboard. In dashboard, I will keep some span. Okay. ID as some user. In that, I want to display the user ID who logged in. Then body, on load, body load. We will write a script. What is the function? Function is what? Body load, body load. On body load, we have to collect the query string. How to access the query string? Actually, str. So how to collect the query string? New URL, search parameters. Into that what? Location dot search. It will get the query string. Actually, it is a we will call params because it is a map type. Map type means we have to access by using get. So document dot get element by ID user dot inner HTML. Here we have to display the username. How do we get the username? Params dot what? Get what is the query string name? Username. Then it will get that username and show. That means who logged in, it will display. So you come from previous page here. You designed some David and login. It says David dashboard. So data is transported from one page to another. But what is drawback of query string? Tell me. We learned so many points na? In get and post method. Drawback of query string, everyone can see it. Is easy to hack, right? And there is a limit. You cannot submit complex like binary type. It can be bookmarked. It is stored in browser history. Remember that? Right? That has a lot of issues. Now, technically, so if you are sending simple data, no problem. If you are dealing with not highly secure data, then no problem. Otherwise, other techniques we need to follow. And here, suppose I want to implement some sign out. I will put a button. So sign out. Oh. So this sign out is nothing but I will put here style display as flex. Justify content space between like this we are using. Now we have this dashboard David and all. Actually, these two I will keep in one place. Huh? That will be fine. So dashboard of David and we have a sign out. When I click sign out, it should go back again. So you know what to do. So on button click, what we have to do on click, what we have to do sign out. Sign out is a function. We will write the function sign out. What this function have to do location dot href. It should navigate to which page again dot slash login dot html. That means when user clicks on sign out, it will go there. So oh, what is problem? It is not refreshed. So sign out. So problem is that what is the problem? Acha. Sign out is not defined. A spelling a capitalization problem. Sign out spelling right. Sign out. Okay. Now when I click on this, it should go back to the previous. Now one more technique we need to implement. If anybody directly try to open dashboard, it should not open because dashboard can be opened only after login. Then how? If anybody now try to open dashboard from URL directly dashboard, it will open. How you can open the dashboard? If user is there, open. If user is signed in, open. Directly don't allow. If anybody directly try to open without login, then we have to go back to login. Then how? Simple. In body load here, we have to write one logic. What is the logic? If params dot get, what is it? User name is equal to null, means it is not having a value. Then what we have to do? Location dot href, which page it should go? Login dot html. If it is present, then display the name. That is the logic. That means now what happens here? You see, you try to open dashboard directly here. Dashboard and hit enter. It will come to login. That means you will not go to dashboard until or unless login. You entered the name and click login, then you will go to dashboard. You say sign out, then you will come out of this location. If you directly try to open dashboard, then it will not come. It will go back automatically to which page? Log. So this is the technique of transporting data from one page to another. So this is the concept of query string. Yeah. First important query string. So query string appends data into the URL and sets in browser address bar. address bar. Form submits data as query string on get method. It is a key and a value collection. So we have page.html question mark key 1 value 1 ampersand key 2 value 2 like that. So you can access the query string using location search. You can destruct the query string into a map by using URL search parameters. New URL search parameters location.search. So you can access with reference of key. So params.get and the key. Right. So example I will copy. So first one page is login.html. Login.html code is this. We have another one dashboard.html. Dashboard HTML is this. We have login and we have dashboard. Next, important, these are the pages. Now we have another technique. Another technique is we can use a session storage. Session storage is temporary. Temporary means it is present until you open the browser. Once you close the browser, it will be gone. It is not accessible from another tab also. For example, bank applications or ticket booking transactions. What they do, they will give some time. Like what, in 5 minutes you finish the transaction, in 10 minutes you do the transaction. By mistake you close, then it will not be alive again, it will be deleted. By mistake if you close, you have to again log in, you have to again do the transaction. That means your information is kept, it is transferred from one page to another, but it is temporary, it is not permanent. It is present until you open the browser. Once you close the browser, that is gone. This type of memory can be managed using session storage. We have another technique, session storage. So session storage, it is it is browser storage. It is browser storage. It is temporary storage. It is temporary storage. It is available across pages, accessed within the same tab. It is not accessible across tabs. It is deleted automatically when browser is closed. It is deleted automatically when browser is closed. So syntactically, session storage dot set item. We have a key and we have a value. Similarly, session storage dot get item by using key. Session storage dot remove item. So you can get, set and remove. So same example we can try with session storage. Right? So let's see, but we will not use a form this time in login. We will not use a form. So we will have just a button and ID as username. On button click, on click, what is it? Login click. We need to carry this information from one page to another. So what we have to do, write a script. So function, what is it? Login click. On login click, first get the username. Document get element by ID. What is it? Username dot value. After that, session storage dot set item key. Key is uname, and into that we will store the username. After that, location dot search, location dot href. It should go to which page? Dot slash dashboard dot what htm. Okay. Now in dashboard, what we have to do? We have to collect from session storage now, right? You see in the dashboard, now the logic is different. It is not coming from query string. So it is coming from session storage. It is coming from session storage. So what we will do, document dot get element by ID, user dot inner HTML. It should display session storage dot get item. Key name is what? Uname. You have to put the key name as uname. And when sign out click, what we have to do, session storage dot remove item. Which item? Uname. It must be removed and it should go to login. You see now in our login page, right click and inspect. In the inspect, you can go to a category called application. You go to application. In application, you will see storage. You see there is a session storage. In session storage, currently 5500 is, it is having some session storage. You see by default some key value is there, but that is related to server, live server related. You entered username and you click login, automatically the session storage is created. And which value is stored? The value stored is what? David. And you can see, so on sign out, it has to delete it. Automatically it will delete and it will go back to login. And what is the nature of session storage? You entered some value, you click login. When you click login, session is created. You copy this dashboard in the address bar and you go to another tab and access dashboard. It is not available. Session is available only inside the same tab. In another tab you open, it should not. Automatically it should go to login. How? That means you have to write the logic. You see the logic, same previously how you written the logic. This get item is returning a string or null. Then what is the condition on body load? If session storage dot get item, what is it? Uname is equal to what? Null. If it is null, then it should location dot what? href. It should navigate to login dot html. Otherwise, it should display. That is good. And you can see now what will happen here is, so I will copy this and I will try to open from another tab and you can see it is login. Not only that, it is available only until browser is closed. Once you close the browser, then the session is deleted. You open again browser, you open again browser and open dashboard, it will go to login. And you go to the session and see inspect and you go to the session application. Here we have application already there are application. You see session storage, the value is not there now. That means it is available until browser is open. Of course, you can try a lot of techniques like what if they don't do any transaction until 5 minutes, it should automatically sign out. How? Set timeout. You can add set timeout and you can implement that. Set timeout set to 5 seconds, 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, automatically it will delete. On set timeout, what you will do? Remove session and you will navigate to which page again? Login page. That's you can implement. So session storage is used to maintain a temporary storage. Temporary storage is available from the user logged in until he closes the browser or he logged out. It is not accessible from other tabs for security reasons, right? So in real world scenarios, we use in bank applications, ticket booking, all such options, we use this session storage. Example is SEMA. So, but we made some changes. Login.html. In login.html, this is session storage. Dashboard.html. In dashboard HTML is this. So same example, local storage, session storage, and query string. Same thing works for local storage. Local storage. So next important, we have local storage. Same, it is browser storage. So it is permanent storage. So it is accessible across tabs in the same browser. But remember, any state management is not accessible across browsers. That means the memory of one browser will not allow to share with another browser in only one browser. So it is available. So as persistent data in browser memory and can be removed explicitly. Can be removed explicitly. That means it is available even after the browser is closed. Same options. So local storage, set item, key and value. Local storage dot remove item. So just replace session storage with local storage, you will see difference. So wherever we used session, we will replace with local. You see now, just on login, we will change this to local. Okay, on dashboard also, we will change this to local. Here also local. Here also local. Wherever session storage is there, local. Okay. Now see now, same example. This time it is not session storage. It is in which location? Local. You entered some name and you click on login, then local storage is same. See the speciality here. I will copy this and open in another tab. In another tab, it is available. That means you can access from another tab. It is available. Even when I close the browser, I close the browser and open the browser again. So we are opening the browser again. Dashboard, it is still available until you manually delete. For example, I manually deleted here. So in application, this is right click and you can delete here. I deleted and I refresh, it will go to login. If you even shut down your computer, next day you open, it is available. It is not removed until you clean your history. That means when you delete the browser history, it will delete cookies, storages, and everything. Then it will reset. Otherwise, these values are permanently available for several days. Several days means infinite. That means until you manually remove. They are permanently available until you remove. So this is the difference between local storage and session. Example is same. Login.html. The same logic. So another one is dashboard.html. Dashboard.html is same. Just we made the changes into this. This is local and session storages, how to handle them, right? So almost majority of fresher level interviews, every interview they ask this question. What is difference between local storage, session storage, query string, cookies? That's a very common concept. So not only for you, even some experienced React level interviews also they ask this. And the differences are very clearly known. I have showed you with practical example for that. Now another technique is there. What is it? Cookies. Actually, directly dealing with cookies in JavaScript is not great because they don't give much facilities. Just like I told you, XML HTTP request. Directly using is not good. Third parties are there. Generally, those third parties you will learn in React, jQuery like concept we will understand. But here also I will show you. But what is difficulty you will understand. You will see that. Actually, what is cookies? Cookies have both behavior. Cookies have temporary storage, permanent. That means they have both behavior. Some data they can store temporary and some data they can store permanent. That means they have two behaviors. Generally, almost 99% all websites for login, they will use cookies only, including Google, everybody. They use cookies. That is the reason almost all websites these days, when you open their websites, they will alert you. Please enable cookies, accept cookies. Am I right? So why? Because cookies are used to transport data. But why they ask they can directly store na? Because one of the big problem with cookies is cookies are text files. Text files means in your computer, somewhere in secret location, a text file is created. 5 8 years back, we can see those text files. Now recently they hidden it. We can't see them. That means 8 to 8 years back when we used to teach about cookies, we used to show them the cookies location also. That means in operating system, in which folder they are stored, they can open and see the cookie. But now operating systems are not allowing. They are completely hiding for security reasons. So what is problem with cookie? Cookie is a text file. Text files are easily infected with virus. That means on internet, you heard that through internet virus infection comes. That is because of cookie only. Many people will tell you that don't open that website, virus may come. That is nothing but if you open the website, a cookie will be copied and that cookie contain virus. That means through internet, virus is carried through cookies. Cookies are primary carriers. So that is the reason we block the cookies. That's the reason websites will ask you, please allow cookies, we are safe, right? So if you don't allow cookie, then login like options will not work. What is advantage? It have both behavior. Temporarily it can store, permanently it can store, right? So technically, cookie is a simple text document where client details can be stored and accessed across multiple requests. So cookies are two types: in-memory cookie and persistent cookie. So in-memory cookie is temporary cookie. Is temporary cookie which is deleted automatically when browser is closed. Persistent cookie is permanent cookie, but set with expiry date. Expiry date, so that it is automatically deleted based on expiry. Automatically deleted based on expiry. Right. So syntax actually document dot cookie is equal to, it uses the cookie name, value, and it will use an expires date time. But this is very risky. All browsers, date, time, format, and all have problems. All browsers don't have same format. So that is the reason third parties we use. By using third party, we can access. So document.cookie, this is to access cookie. This is to set cookie. And there is nothing to remove cookie. So what we have to do, you have to set a elapsed date and time to remove cookie. What does it means? If I want to remove the cookie, you have to set an elapsed date and time. Elapsed date and time means the date and time which is completed. That means yesterday's date, if I set, then delete it. Otherwise, it will be there permanent. There is no option to directly delete the cookie. Right. So we have next important is I will show you here example. First, let's say on login click. This time we need to set document dot what cookie is equal to cookie name. Your name is cookie name is equal to value. What should be the value? Value is coming from username. Na? After that, we have to use what? Expires. Expires. If I don't give expires, it is temporary. That means it is available until browser is open. Once you close the browser, it will be deleted automatically. So see, suppose if I give like this, we have to, in the dashboard, we have to access now. We have to access and display. How? Document dot what? Get element by ID. What is it? User. User dot what? Inner HTML. Document dot what? Cookie. And you can see now in the login here, you will see in the storage cookie size there. Cookie from 5500 empty. You entered some name and click on login. Cookie is created. And you can see cookie is returning the complete query key and value. Na? You have to use string functions for splitting it because it is a string. It is not any map or anything. Then you know how to extract after the dot. So dot what? We have to use dot slice. Slice from where? Document dot cookie dot what? Index of which position? Equal plus one. Then it will get only the name. We have to use string functions and do, because we can't separate it like a object or a key. So we have to use like a string. And not only that, now what happens when I click on sign out? When I click on and see, I copy, I will access from another tab. So it is available because cookies are available across tabs. We can access across tabs. So even you give temporary, that point also we should better note, right? So cookies are accessible across tabs, even if it is temporary. Cookies are accessible, cookies are accessible even if they are temporary. Even if they are temporary, they are accessible across tabs. So you can see it is available. But how to delete the cookie? Actually, how to give expiry date? That means if I close the browser, I closed the browser. Then I opened again the page and you see I'm accessing empty na, because it is temporary. Then how to go to login on body load? Tell me the logic now. If condition, document dot what? Cookie. What it returns? It returns a string. String means what? Means if it is equal to empty, na? Am I right? If it is equal to empty, means cookie is empty. There is no cookie. Then what should happen? Location dot what? Href. Href is equal to what? So equal to it should navigate to login.html. Otherwise, it should display the cookie because it is a string return. It is not null. Na? It returns a string. String is verified with we can verify like this or we can verify as length 0 na, right? So you can see here. So I try to access the dashboard directly and it will come to login. You entered something and login, it will come, right? Now how to delete the cookie? So how to set expiry for cookie? Because if you want the cookie permanent, on browser close, I will copy this dashboard. Browser close, you open the browser again, then automatically it is deleted. We want it permanent. Then we have to set expiry date. But big problem is some browsers follow some date format, other browsers follow other date format. Actually, you see, let's go to the console. In the console, I will show you. You already learned date functions where now is equal to new date and now dot we have two ISO string is there. ISO string is there. It will show like this. ISO string is one format. Another format is now dot. So now dot UTC string. So you have two UTC string, ISO string, UTC string. Big headache is some browsers understand ISO string, some browsers understand UTS. Then multiple times we have to write, right? That is the big problem here. So for example, you see, this is the ISO string format. ISO string format. I will copy ISO string format. And what I am doing here, when login happened, here we have to give a comma. What is it? Expires. Expires is equal to date and time. And date and time, I am giving today is 16. I am giving 18. That means it will expire after 2 days. 2 days. Just I given 18, right? Okay. I changed the date and time. This is in which format? ISO, year, month, day. After that T. T for time, Z for zone. We have to give Z for zone. So it will take here and see, is it working fine or not? We will go to application category in that cookies. And if it is working correctly, actually this place expires is there na. That means at this expires option, it should get the date. If it gets session instead of date, if it gets session, that means date is not correctly set. Right? We will enter the date and log in, and you can see it says session. And you can see it is showing, that means actually it is not comma, it is semicolon. I will use semicolon. I'll go back here and I will keep this. So refresh. Okay, I will delete this cookie. And you entered some name, login. Now it is David, still session only. Session means date format is not accepted. Okay. And what we will do, we will use another format of date. What is it? Another format of date is UTC string. So now, and I will use that UTC string. I will copy this format and I will put here expires is equal to UTC string format, and it is 18. 18 and what? Friday, October, some time date I given here. So I will refresh. I will go to application. I will delete this cookie. I will enter a new cookie and log in. Now time comes. That means it is taking which format? UTC. And we are not sure. Some browsers will take ISO. Then according to browser, we have to write means difficult. If you use third parties, they automatically change according to browser. Later you will learn third parties and all, they will work. But how to delete? On sign out, what should happen now? So on sign out, we have to do one thing. See, I will copy. What is the permanent expiry means? You close the browser and you open the browser and you open the dashboard, localhost 5500. Which one we used? Our project is Stata. It is 127. Yeah. I am using state dashboard and you can see it is available. Even browser closed, it is available. Why it is available? Because it is permanent. So how do we remove it? To remove it, what we have to do is on sign out click, what we have to do is username, we need to keep it empty. Understood? And expiry, we have to give 15. 15 today is 16. That means a date which is already finished. That means we have to define as what? Wednesday. That means the date which is already finished, that's what we have to give. And once you do that, that means the date which is finished, then only it will be deleted. And you see now, let's go inspect. And you can see in the application cookies, it is still there. I click sign out, then it is removed. Otherwise, it will not be removed. It is permanently available until you manually remove. That's the reason, in browser history settings, there will be an option, delete cookies option will be there. When you are deleting history, it will ask If you delete cookies, all websites will sign out. Why? Because they are all maintained using cookies, right? So this is the concept of cookie. So example is same. One is login.html. This is login.html. Another one is dashboard.html. This is dashboard.html. Okay, these are all the options we are having. Now you need to practice all these techniques. Now, once you're done with this, now we finished the majority everything of JavaScript. Tomorrow, I will just take few doubts or anything if you have. Then we will plan to start jQuery and Sass. So jQuery and Sass, you are attending backend already, right? All people are attending a backend. Everyone attending backend, right? So we will start Sass and jQuery. Actually, after project, we can do that. Means after you finished your Express.js, Node.js, we can do that jQuery and Sass options. But we will check with other people. We will check with backend how much time it will happen to finish. Based on that, other batches also will combine and we will start jQuery. We will understand jQuery Sass concept. Because in your front end, you have jQuery, Sass, and React. You will attend React batch. React batch already if people are attending, okay. So one new batch will start shortly. React batch will start shortly. Morning time it will start. When React batch starts, you can attend the React batch, right? Then tomorrow I will just take the doubts. If you have any doubts, any issues, then jQuery we will once check with other batch people, and I will let you know the timings. Okay, I will announce in the classroom, Google Classroom. I will post it. Okay, right. Okay, then tomorrow we'll see if you have any doubts. Huh?